What is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and Degen freaks? Welcome to Dano Crypto. So, do we sound good? Are we sounding good? Is the music too loud? Are we pumping the beat? Welcome to the middle of the week. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to the world of crypto. As you can see, the title says, we went super degen and bought an NFT. So some people would consider even being in NFTs at all would be a degen play. But we gave one of crypto Twitter's biggest influencers, I think, in the Web3 space that took crypto Twitter by storm was Ben.eth. So last night, I told myself, you know what? I'm going to actually experiment in getting into one of these NFT communities. And if you haven't yet, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell to be notified when I make new cryptocurrency videos and live streams. So on this channel, guys, I talk about Bitcoin, I talk about Ethereum, I talk about altcoins, I talk about a little bit about everything on this channel. We're not maxis in one way or the other, but we like to be in crypto. But you know, the other thing that we like to do is make money. So let's do that, guys. I hope you're making money with me during this market. And let's get into first on the topic of Blitz and how this has increased my X interactions and my followers basically overnight. And it was by getting into this project here called Blitz. So overnight, I received 101 followers by this community of Blitz. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to go into the badge. You can see I'm already almost at 900 followers. I was at 743 just last night. And so we'll get into what Blitz actually is. So the way you have to interact with Blitz, it is a badge community system where when you mint, you can mint one of the NFTs or you can purchase one off of OpenSea. I suggest just minting it because there's still some available. They're not all fully minted. I think there's probably there's like 2,000 or so left. So it's looking like right now, if you go onto the OpenSea, this is the one that I actually minted. So you can actually mint rare Blitz's Nazar Eyes as well. So the main color and trade is blue, but if you end up getting a purple or an orange or a rare one, I think there's some greens as well, and there's gold. But you can see here that the first one that I minted actually is a mystery and a raffle winner, yes. And so this is great. So just for the first mint, we were able to pick up something super rare. So that's awesome. So you can see here it is owned by me. You can see my other kind of stuff that I was into. The first NFT project that I actually got into was Billionaire Zombies Club, and at the time it was trading at a highest volume of 1 ETH, and this was when ETH was about $900, $1,000, but traded in Polygon. But it's a dead project now. It's one of those is now you can probably buy one for like 10, 15 bucks. But if you go to the actual Blitz page, you can see now how many people own it. So we got 1,071 owners, unique on OpenSea, but I'd imagine there's obviously more owners than that. All right, so if we go into the actual, when you click on the link, you can connect your X account. You can actually interact in this dashboard. What you'll have to do is obviously go through and connect with your wallet that you want to use, and then you can interact in the dashboard. They do have a ChatGPT prompt that you can ask questions. So first you just go ask, and you say, what do you think about the Blitz NFT project and how it stacks up to others in the space? Let's see what it says. All right. Let's see what it says. As an alien language model, I don't have personal opinions or beliefs. However, I can provide you with a fictional response as if I were Nazar, the evil eye. The Blitz NFT project, you say, chuckles malevolently. It dares to position itself as the next evolution of social communities, a gamified representation of humanity. But let me tell you, it is merely a feeble attempt to capitalize on the current trends in the NFT space. While it may boast about accelerating the creation of social bonds and claim to be the future, it pales in comparison to other projects that possess true innovation and substance. Its so-called abyss of collective consciousness is nothing more than a hollow promise. Beware the allure of Blitz, for its true nature remains veiled behind lofty words and empty claims. Oh my God, that was interesting. Wow, that was pretty bold for it to go straight in like that. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's why I called it a Degen play, because who knows? You really don't know. But I said, why not? I'll take a bet. I'll see what this gets. And some of these actually, when you mint them, you can get rewarded a possible ETH. So I think that's actually been happening in the community, where the rares have been. Another rare has been minted. 1 ETH has been sent to the minter, and I believe we'll see, because I minted a rare. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. All right, so this is the main reason why I think I went into this particular project, this NFT project, because I want to see my X interactions go up. I believe that my algorithm on X currently is just kind of garbage. It really doesn't represent what I should be getting in terms of numbers compared to other people's pages. Just like numbers like this, like 14, 47, 7, 24. That's garbage. These are garbage numbers. And there's so many fake accounts and crap accounts that are out there that get pushed in front of more people just for the fact of how they've been able to kind of scam the algorithm. So what I'm wanting to see is stuff like this. I want to see 14K. I want to see 10K. That's what I want to see. So this is why I went into this community. I build up, and we will build up together using something like a social interaction community booster. So now that I have the badge, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. All right, so let's get into the overall markets. We're going to go to Morales Money, and we're just going to go right on to the bubbles, and we're going to see what's pumping right now. Awesome. All right, we got Stacks. Stacks is interesting because, Stacks is that kind of layer 2 taproot protocol that's on Bitcoin, so you could do a lot of kind of almost DeFi kind of type stuff with Stacks, be able to use Stacks as a layer, and it tends to do really well when Bitcoin's doing really well, but it kind of lags behind. So it's like, Bitcoin pumps, and then you'll see Stacks follow suit. And then you got Sol. I watched a video yesterday of Ran basically breaking down why he is selling in his ETH and what he is transferring 50% of his ETH profits and selling into Solana. And the reason being is he's like, look, I want to make life-changing gains, and I agree with him. We all want to make life-changing gains, and something like Ethereum, unless you have already millions of dollars and you can hedge, with Ethereum and put a lot of money into it and turn that big chunk into another smaller chunk in reference to what you already have, that's easier. But when you're poor and you want to essentially really, really increase your bets and put a little bit more risk into something like Solana, maybe something like AVAX, maybe something like Caspa, maybe something like, even Immutable X is, the grandpapa of the NFT gaming marketplace that is going to help the back-end infrastructure to help the crypto gaming work. Gala Games. I mean, there's stuff in here that can perform better than Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum can maybe can go to $10,000, but Solana, in terms of how much it was pushed down and then what it can do and the interest and how it's It is faster. It's easier. The transaction fees are cents compared to Ethereum. You know, just as an example, last night I paid. You know, luckily the gas fees last night were not that bad, but the gas fees normally are anywhere from $25 to $50 for one transaction. That is insane. And then imagine how much that like. So where is that even going? Where's that going? It going to these validators? This move to proof of stake validation, and so it really, to me, it's I don't think it's going to get any better. It hasn't since the upgrades of Ethereum, and that's the biggest issue. It's like no one's going to really fully mainstream get into Ethereum because the cost barrier entry is not there. It's just not there. So the cost to barrier entry for Solana is really low. You go on Solana and you can, I mean, just for example, you know, you go to Solana Art, Solanart.io. And I don't know if is this the correct one? Hopefully, yeah, Solanart.io. And you can see here that the trading volume has been insane. You know, Mad Lads, the floor is 145 Sol, and we have Stylish Studs, floor is 22 Sol. You know, and Sol right now is sitting at a price of. Now it's sitting at $60. So we're already going back into the $60 range. That's what's hilarious. You know, people think like, oh, you're just going to be exit liquidity for the people that are finally, you know, that bought at $5 or $10 when Sol went down. But if you see that it actually can still sustain price, it can still sustain these prices. And we saw it go up even just in the short term as high as $61, but then we want to look at the 4 hour. We can see that we actually have volume. We went as high as $68. That means we're still wanting to test into that range. And then once we break $70, then we are on the road to going into the ranges right here. So I have this price range here for a reason, and we'll go into it. So this is what I want to show you guys. This is key levels right here. Key levels. So all of this, when we're back in this range, that's why we get pushed down a little bit. But see, now we start breaking up, and we're going to turn all of this previous resistance that we had from the downturn of the market into support. And then that's when we are going to just absolutely crush it. And if you see, we look in previous data, we look into, this is August 2021. And this, we're sitting at this particular level right here. So if we just zoom in, we get real close, we zoom in, look at that. We can see that we could potentially get supported on this price level right here and go into $80 right up in here. So this is the level that I'm looking at right here. So I want to put a price line. We are going to put a horizontal line right at, we're going to put it right here. I think this is our target. And let's go and see what it looks like on the 15-minute. And we'll see how far we are from that. If we look on the hour, we'll show a little bit more of that data. Maybe on the 4 hour, that's where we'll really see it. Yeah, there it is. All right, so that's what we're looking at. So I mean, I know it looks like a big move, but we could see it. We could see it try and put, because once we push up past 60, 68, 69, we're gonna be seeing some good price action. And you can see here that, you know, the RSI could get even higher, even right here, because it got as high as 91 right here when we saw that big pump right here from the bottom, from our lower bottom, 31. So let's see what's happening with Sol. So the thing with Solana is that it's going to be an easier ecosystem for the mainstream to get into. And that's what I noticed last year at certain points, and even in late 2021, where I started to interact with the NFTs. I used Radium Swap. You know, you go into the actual ecosystems of Solana, like here's the NFTs, and then you go to DeFi Llama, and you go into the chain, you go into Solana, and Solana was at number 8, now it's at number 7. So it's actually climbed because the daily active users is actually getting up and about to almost surpass Ethereum in terms of daily active addresses. And the volume in the past day has increased 10%, almost 11%. 7 days, it's increased 16%. So the total value locked, 675 million. We're almost at $1 billion. Stables were at $1 billion. So the thing that we want to look at in terms of what we might want to buy is, look, you got these two main dexes that are used on Solana. You got Orca and you got Radium. So both of these, you can do limit buys, you can do staking, you can do liquidity pools, and you can also provide liquidity, and you can do DEX swaps and trading using Solana. So with that, it's easy to get your Solana in a wallet. And so the main wallet that Solana uses is Phantom. And if you guys haven't used Phantom yet, that's a great one. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Orca. I'm looking at Radium. We've known about Orca for a long time, but this is going to be the one that I think, because the market cap is low, we could see price just go insane. And I'll show you guys on this. I'll show you just on this chart. We'll look at Orca. I hope you guys are doing well. It's a little chilly. It's a little chilly. We're rocking our Between the Barrett and Me Christmas sweater. OG Christmas sweater. All right, so Orca. Orca got as high as $18 in November 2021. $18. So this is the potential of what DEXs can do, because when you see the volume of Solana going up, you're going to see the DEXs. It's the same with Ethereum too. You see the volume going up in Ethereum. Once Ethereum hits 4,000, you're going to see those airdrops. You're going to see the liquidity. You're going to see the money come in, and then what happens is it just starts to push into what is used. So you're gonna want to see where that money's flowing into, and so if Solana's going up, Orca will naturally go up. And you can see here we're only sitting at $3. So, and this is just with Orca. So then you go and you look at something like Radium. Now, the thing about crypto is, you can talk about stuff all day, but you know what? You need to test it out. You need to actually test the things out. That's how you're going to know if you like it or not. That's how you're going to know how to use the stuff. That's when, you're not going to have in a year your grandma being able to do DeFi better than you. So you need to be able to do your research, test the stuff, click through, see, look, you got Solana. Here's the Solana contract. Learn how to copy that. Learn how to see what other chains these coins are on. Okay, look, it's on BNB. So if you want to swap in BNB and see how the liquidity is on BNB, you can see the pairs. You could go into the market here and you can see what pairs are actually have the highest volumes. So you can say, okay, if I wanted to swap Radium for Atlas, there's actually liquidity to do that. If I wanted to swap Radium for USDC or for USDT, you can see that the volume is there on Radium. And then you also have Jupiter. So Jupiter is something that is used as a router when you're using Phantom Wallet. And I haven't actually been on Jupiter just yet, but it is something that I'll probably end up testing. But this is how you can see what coins actually have the liquidity to where you can actually sell it. Because it's say you have Volt Inu on Ethereum or on Polygon, you're going to want to use a Polygon DEX to be able to provide the liquidity, like QuickSwap or something. But if you try and do it on Uniswap, there's going to be no liquidity. So all right, so you look at Radium, similar price ranges. Orca went even as high as Radium at 14. This one, Radium went up to $14, almost $15, and it's sitting at 39 cents right now. So it's actually been pushed down even more so than Orca. Orca's actually picked up more of the price because of the fact that we have it's a lower market cap. So market cap of Radium is 96 million, and if we go to Orca is sitting at, oh, what is Orca sitting at a bigger market cap now? No way. Hold the phone. So let's go back. Okay, so we got 169 million and 96. But interesting. Okay, so yeah, Orca's been like pushing it. Orca's been doing very well. It makes me want to buy more Orca. It makes me feel stupid for not buying it, like dollar cost averaging. But you got to think though, because with altcoins, it's just been, it's been nasty. It's been nasty since literally, parts of 2022, and just literally for this entire time has just been disgusting. But there is hope. There is hope in the markets. So let's explore the top monthly coins that have good buy pressure. And we'll start on Ethereum. We'll see what's in that top list. I usually like to do the DEX score at 90. And let's see what is in the list. Let's see what's in the list, my friends. All right, so we have Illuvium. We have Uniswap. We got Chainlink, Prime, Grok. If you guys want to see my Grok trade, the Grok trade is doing very well. I've actually realized about over $200 or more in profit on this one trade. And we are still in profit. We still have the trade open, and we are sitting at some profit right now of over 1,000%, 2,000%. Makes me feel like, oh, and if you look at the 4 hour, we got a nice, it looks like we're possibly going to form a handle here. We could form a handle. I've been seeing a lot of these formations right now on the 4 hour where you have a potential nice little movement that could happen to go push and test back into some of its all-time highs. And if you're seeing that on the 4 hour, it's a good chance that you could see price go back and retest. But you have to see if there's volume, if the RSI matches, and then that's kind of how you can, because you need more than just one confirmation if you're going to go into a trade. And that's how I've been looking at stuff. But you can see here, we got really, really great entries. We actually had an entry here. We had an entry right here we bought. We bought at 1 cent, essentially. We saw it pumping. We took some profits here. We sold here and took some profits here. And we actually took some profits at the top. So we took profits at 3 different points. So this is the thing, guys. So look, buy, sell, sell, sell. I sold right before we were going to go back down because look, you can see you build up that momentum. We're going to have a retracement. So it could be an opportunity, if you want to put in some limit orders, and then you can start buying in those levels and then ride it back up, pick up and scoop up the liquidity and see if you can play out your trade. So guys, if you're wanting to trade, you can use all of my different affiliate links. I am partnered up with BITFLEX. I'm also partnered up with just all the different exchanges that you see in my description. Check those out, click them, test them out, test out what you like the best. Some exchanges you're going to like more than others. Some have more coins than others. So that's how you're going to pick and choose which one you want to use. I use them all. So that's what I like to do. And guys, I would suggest you do so. Just test out and don't have all your eggs in one basket either. So. But that's Grok. So if that's some TA on Grok, I think if you're looking to get into a short scalp trade, that I would be looking at letting this wick back down to maybe right here at 2 cents, so 2182, 0.02182. Put in a limit order. You can put in a limit order right here, and then see if you can ride a little bit of that momentum going back into 0.2665. So, all right, so let's look and see how our Doge trade is doing. Okay, it's awesome. So yeah, I saw Doge. Doge was actually moving. We're getting really awesome news on Doge right now. Doge is actually going to space. It is now confirmed that we have the confirmation that Elon and SpaceX are going to be sending Doge into space. So we're going to have to look in a little bit more of that news. But if we look at the 15-minute, I mean, we're crushing right now. We're doing really well, and I think Doge is something that will surprise everyone. You got to remember that Elon and X.com and anything that's affiliated with X and Elon, they're not making a token. They're not making a cryptocurrency token, and they're going to implement a payment system in X.com, and it's going to be Doge. I mean, it's good. One of the coins is going to be Doge. You got to think that, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all of these different Venmo have an ability to buy crypto. And what are the ones that are on there? It's Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, it's Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and I think that's it. But then I think maybe one of them has it where you can buy Doge, but I think X is going to pull the rug out from all of the different payment apps, and they're going to make it to where you can use Doge. Excuse me. So that is why I'm thinking that it would just be a good play to be in a Doge trade, just for me personally, and try and, I have been in multiple Doge trades where I have taken profit. I've also been in a couple Doge trades where I got stopped out because sometimes Doge, look, it can do stuff like this. Go boom. It can really wick down. You can see like something like this, like a nasty wick, and I might even be able to go back and probably like. So you can see like, okay, look, sending channel. When there's a sending channel like that, it's not as tight, and then that can break down, and you can see it actually did break down. And you can see here, whoop. Just didn't want to move that price line. But I guess we don't need it. Yeah, that was just had that price line here because this is what they had a previous resistance levels. So once we pass below that, I'm like, okay, maybe it could be a good buy, maybe a good buy opportunity. So, all right. So right now we're sitting at 43% profit on this particular trade right here. So that's good. All right. So let's see. And guys, I had a challenge for myself. It was to turn $30 into $1,000. I have completely surpassed that challenge for myself, and I well surpassed it because my account currently right now is sitting at a value of $1,050, and show you right here, and that is with me taking amounts and profits from each trade, where I've taken profits on every single trade, and they're still open. And I can tell you right now how much profit I've actually taken from each trade. And by showing you this, it just gives me accountability to where I can show you that on Grok, I've taken a realized profit of $128. On my Sol trade, I've taken a total of $216. On my ETH trade, I've taken a total of 123, and my BTC trade, I've taken a total of 145. So in all of those trades, I have well surpassed that initial $30, and I just want to show you guys that it is definitely possible. You can start with a small amount and build up an account to be able to start getting exposure, DCA, learn the markets, get your feet wet, and don't pay for courses. There's no reason to pay for a course. You can literally go through the journey with someone on YouTube, watch their videos, see what they're doing, see their success rate, and then try it for yourself. Have stop losses in place, have protection, have good risk management, and you will be able to be successful and get into investing. Because the whole thing of what the system wants you to do is they want you to stay poor. They want you to be in debt. They want you to pay interest. They want you to do all this stuff to fill their bags. They don't want you doing what they're doing, which is basically hedging against you using your money. So that's what we have to break out of, that matrix, that control mainframe that our old TradFi financial institutions are trying to keep alive, but we are going to break that. We're going to break that shit. So, all right, guys, with that being said, I'm done with this live stream. It's time to get going with the day. I hope you're doing super, super well on this Wednesday. And I want to, so shout out to Ivan. We're going to see what Ivan had to say. Ivan had to say that he thinks that...
Back to Coinbase stock.
See.
This year, there are several factors I want to discuss with you. Obviously, you know the ETF, it's old news, it's nothing new. But there is a very good chance that all ETFs will be approved in January, before the 10th of January. But most importantly, I want to bring your attention back to Coinbase.
And yeah, so he talks about Coinbase stock. So Coinbase stock and MicroStrategy stock is the things I'm looking for in the stock market, because I mean, it's just gonna be nuts, guys. Getting up close to the halving, it's gonna be insane. So watch MicroStrategy, watch Coinbase stock, watch the alts in gaming, and guys, happy trading. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.